He is a naturopath doctor. He's the chief naturopath doctor at Siami Nature Science Center, Ikeja. He's no other person than Dr. Oluyemi Olushola. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Good to have you.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, it's me and doctors today. All right, we are talking about naturopath. Naturopath. Honestly, when I saw the topic, I had to go and do some research about naturopath. Tell us about naturopath.
Well, naturopath is the science of food as a medicine. And you can't know a product more than the manufacturer. The manufacturer of human being is God.
It's God.
And the provision for our health has been made from creation. Genesis chapter 1, verse 29, verse 30. It said, this food shall be a medicine unto your body. So our food are meant to be a medicine. And when you go into the challenges that are outside there today, majority of those challenges are coming from what we eat. It's only when you are talking about accidents like the one the doctor that just left now talk about, or some other physical impact. Most of the, are you talking about diabetics? Are you talking about cancer? Are you talking about even high blood pressure and other, or even when you are having problem with your cholesterol? They are all food-based challenge. Are you getting me? Because we got it wrong at a particular point in time. For example, now, color revolution came in 1870, and it was around that year a German discovered what we call white flour. White flour is what they use in baking pastries, from your bread, cake, all those things. And 30 years after, the first cancer was diagnosed, and it was traced back to color revolution. Are you getting me? And since that time, human being has not known peace. Yeah. So.
Oh my God! So are you saying that since we got flour now to make like things we do our bread, our cake, and all of that, that is the origin of our problem?
Now the flour is not even the problem. When you taste flour, it has no taste. How come you taste it, you eat it in pastries, it's very tasty.
And it's sweet.
And it's sweet. Because
a
lot of additives
things
has gone into it. And these additives are in most cases inimical to our health. That's number one. For example, now, when you take cocoa, I come from a state where we grow the largest cocoa if it is Nigeria, if not even in Africa, Ondo State. Now, I've tasted raw cocoa before. Cocoa is bitter. How comes you take cocoa in beverages and it is sweet? Are you getting me? For you, if you scoop a handful of cocoa like this, raw cocoa, you have to add times 3 of that size of sugar to it before you can have a good taste. And after that, you add sucrose, maltose, and fructose. And sucrose, maltose, and fructose, you need to Google them. This is an open word now. Then you now know what we are talking about. So some people will tell you, I don't add sugar to my tea. You don't need to add sugar. You are already consuming 300% sugar in every tea that you take, in every beverage that you take. Are you getting me now? So that is this. So when I take it, I sleep. This. It is where. Now, that is where you now have problem. Now, so people will be talking to you also about carbohydrates. For example, now, there is natural carbohydrate, there's a processed carbohydrate. Look at people, they say I should not eat eba, I should not eat fufu, I should not, no. Are you getting what I'm saying now? The problem you can have will come from processed carbohydrates. What is processed carbohydrate? Food that has gone through some modification. Food that are packaged. Are you getting me? Those are the foods that gives problem. There was a research done by one by a doctor, and he did a 50-year research by traveling all over the world. Are you getting me? And he was a dentist, and he said he got to a place and find out from the WHO doctors there, do people have cancer here? He said, yeah, the natives that come to work with the white people, they have cancer because they eat the white man's food. Now, but when we send them back to their people, they come back whole. Can you imagine? You see what food has done there. Food gave them problem. They went back to their people. They now ate the normal food, and they became better. So there is no way you can isolate your health. If you want to live well, if you want to live a sound, healthy life, you need to get your eating habit right. If you don't get it right, you will suffer it in your health. And look at it now. I read this thing that said the average human this thing now is dropping to 40 something
Life expectancy.
life expectancy in Nigeria. Are you getting me? When in the village, and somebody called me yesterday, the mother died at 92, she was crying. 92-year-old woman. So he said, no. This thing they live up to 98, 100, or something. Their family, why should he die at 92? That's to tell you the difference between those people and us, because they live naturally and they live close to nature. Are you getting me? So these are the issue. Now, all manner of, I was discussing with somebody that time. He said there are some sicknesses they don't find in young people with work. I said, what kind of? He said, young people doesn't have eye problem. I said, yes. They said there's a proverb like that in Yoruba land. They said, I saw you in Shomade. Eye problem does not affect kids. But it affects them now. I remember some years back, I walked into one eatery at Broad Street. During that time, even not now that we are using ATM card. The small boy was attending one of the highbrow secondary school in the island there. He was in uniform. He asked a card. We have never seen card before. I saw him making his purchase. They gave him one manner of nylon things in nylon bag. He thought he was enjoying. But I look at him. He looks so puffy. You can see him, and that's the beginning of heart issue. Are you getting me? Now the thickness of his eyeglasses is thicker than the palm of my hand, even at that level, at his secondary school student. Now what will happen when he grow old? I'm talking of something that's more than 20 years ago now. Are you getting me? Now 20 years plus that his age. Then now you can now begin to imagine. So when we eat right, then we live right.
It's all about what we take in,
Yes.
what we... Now, tell us about, so what do you do as a naturopath doctor now?
Fine. Well, this is what we do. You see, there are three ways you can get your health right. Are you getting me? When there are health challenges, there are three ways. One, there's the one they call the supernatural. Supernatural that's what Christians we call miracles. Miracles can happen. God can heal anybody at any time.
Yes.
Are you getting me? That is the supernatural. Then the spirit gave birth to nature. Nature is what we see around, and that is what we practice. Are you getting me? You use herbs. You use leaves to take care of people's health. Then you now have the science. Nature gave birth to science. Science studies nature. Nature doesn't study science. Nature is constant. Science is variable. That is why some things are discovered today. It will not be constant again tomorrow. But the yam we have since creation is still the same yam we are having today, unless they are now bringing a GMO product that will now, God forbid, most of these things as they come, they cause problem. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, so this is what we do, and identifying solutions to people's challenge through natural herbs, through their food. People will have, for example, people will have diabetes, for example. When you have diabetes, you live on medication for life, under orthodox balance. Are you getting me? But with natural herbs, you can reverse your diabetes. Are you getting me? And live a normal life for life. That's the power. That's the difference. Are you getting me? It is only in orthodox you term something chronic or terminal. There's something like chronic or terminal in nature. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes, there's something like chronic or terminal. Because a lot of chronic has been reversed, a lot of terminal has also been reversed. Some years back, there was a professor in Italy, Professor Di Bella, and he retired as a professor of oncology. And he keep on wondering, why should people keep dying after all this gargantuan garrulous propensity that surrounded the cancer treatment? And the whole professor went back to university to pick 3 degrees. Are you getting me? Physiology, anatomy, I've forgotten the third one now. And he discovered cure to cancer in nature, not in chemo. Nothing. He discovered that. Now, do you know that there's no medication you take today, orthodox medication, was first discovered in nature. And after it has been isolated, are you getting me? Now, they now culture it for mass production. And in culture and in making it to last long, that is where some other challenges come in. Now, let me tell you this thing. If you want to know what will benefit you in life, only three things. Anything that is common is not beneficial to your health. Anything that is common. Anything that is cheap is not beneficial to your health. Yes, and anything that will last long is not beneficial to your health. Let me give you an example. If you want to buy something like frozen food now, frozen meat, frozen whatever, you can easily walk out and you get it anywhere. But if you want to buy fresh meat, perhaps again, that just coming from far, you will walk far. Are you getting me now? Now, the one that is packaged is far cheaper. I was on a program last Friday and I told her, I said, there are many people in urban places, we think we are enjoying, but people are celebrating poverty. Yes. It is easy for you to go and buy chicken and this is how much is it per kilo and whatever. Do you know how much they sell live chicken? If you want to buy the domestic chicken, and it is not even big, so you have to buy plenty before your pot can be filled. You understand what I'm saying now? So the frozen chicken is cheap. Are you getting me? But that one is more expensive. But that one has health benefits to you. Are you getting me? And then now, fine. I can, if you come to me now, if I give you orange to drink, maybe say, what's wrong with it? I can't buy me orange juice. Are you getting me? If I give you the normal orange. But now, let me tell you, when you get home, buy your orange juice and put it somewhere. Buy orange, slice it to two, and put it beside it. Then you come back 2 days, 24 to 48 hours after. Come and see the one that will... not only sour.
Will grow mucus.
Mucus. Okay. Now, there is the one that grow this thing is the one that has maggots. I wrote an article, I call it maggot sense. Anything maggot cannot enter is not good for your health. Maggot has more sense than human being in selecting food. They don't select food that is not of health benefit. They go into, when your food bring out maggot, it's because the food has medicinal value. It's because it is natural. It is because it's good for your health. Are you getting me? Your juice will not bring out maggot. Maggot will just look at it and walk away.
Well, I was thinking, the maggot, they grow, they grow from inside.
Yeah, they grow in something that has value, that has medicinal value and benefit to our health. Are you getting me? So these are the things. Then, how do you cook your food? That's the thing. For example, let me give you an example. We eat yam. Now, when you want to cook your yam, you peel it. Are you getting me? Then you cook. But once you peel your yam, it has become a shaft. Because the medicinal value of the yam is embedded in the body. Anything that comes from the ground, the medicinal value is on the body. All you need to have done is to wash your yam. Are you getting me? You wash it properly so that there will not be sand there. Then you slice it and you cook it. It is after cooking that you will now remove the back.
Just like we do our sweet potatoes?
Yes. That's why you now remove the back. You don't remove the back before you cook it. Are you getting me? Now, that your yam has a lot of medicinal benefit to your health. But when you eat it wrongly, and when you prepare it wrongly, are you getting me? You lose the health benefit. You are just taking shaft, you are just filling your tummy. And let me tell you, when you cook it naturally, now they don't cook. If you go back to what we practiced before in Africa, they don't cook yam in direct heat. No. They put the yam inside the pot and put another one under that will heat it. There is a water in the one under. Then the heat will be down. It is the steaming that will cook the yam. And when you cook yam like that, don't add anything they call salt. It will be, you need to check the taste. The taste will be so powerful. Are you getting me? Natural taste, the way God want it to be. And you get filled up on time. If you have to eat 10 slices of the peeled one before, by the time you take 5 slices of this, you are already filled up.
So let me cut you a bit. Are you saying my grilled yam has more health benefits than my boiled yam. You know, grilled now is like I'm roasting. You know, when you roast, you know, it's the same thing with your grill. You know, you put
Because
in
the back is still there.
Yeah, no, you just said, you just gave a practical example that in those days they do not, the way we boil our yam, that we put, you know, water in it directly.
Yes.
That you don't put it, that you put water
in the
under. That's the heat now.
Yes.
So in other way, we can grill. That is what we call roasted yam.
Yeah, well, the yam you are roasting, you are not, you wouldn't have peeled it.
No.
That's what because
okay,
it is at the back.
The peel is the main thing.
Is the key point.
So now,
because that's where the medicinal value
at the
lies.
point we are eating, we are not eating the peel. So how is it medicinal to us? Because at the end of the day, we'll still peel it away.
But by the time you are
even after cooking,
the time you are now peeling it, are you getting me?
Yes.
The medicinal value has already entered the one that is cooked. Yes. When they put POP in your leg, won't they remove it at the end of the day?
Oh my God.
So it's as simple as that.
Oh my God, yes.
So once now, why do you peel your potato after cooking?
Because we cannot eat it with the peel.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the same thing. Are you getting me now? So it's the same thing. You peel it after you have, even for you to make pounded yam of it, after that you will now peel it. Are you getting me now? I tell people, I used to look at my father. When I was growing up, I watched the way my father eats, and as well, my father never visited hospital for once. Are you getting me? And what happened? They don't cook frozen thing in our house. They call this fish okueko, so it doesn't come there. It was even when I was young, I see a lot of live. This thing, they bring crocodile, this kind of all manner of fresh meat from this thing. Are you getting me? Even to the way they even the pepper they make, my mother grind it directly on the stove. No, it might not be possible now.
We use our blender.
Yes, we use blender. Now, fine. Now I discover those lives, they are expensive. Because it's not easy to buy those meat. It's not easy to cook in those ways. Are you getting me? But they are expensive in the short run, both in preparation, in purchase, and in everything. But they are the cheapest in the long run. Because of what benefit is it to you to spend money to buy? I have one, this promo I did, they said, may we not use our money to buy debts. There are many people use money to earn. The thing has even grown bad now because of, you see, economic consideration has overridden our health consideration. For example, I will tell you, there are some vegetables, God will see it, he will not be able to recognize them. Yes, God will see some vegetables, he will not be able to recognize them. Why?
Oh my God.
He will tell you, I'm not the one that made this now.
This is not I.
Because God said this vegetable should be of this size, of the palm of my hand, and because we have injected some chemicals and all the rest of them, it now become like umbrella. And instead of it growing once or twice in a year, we are now growing it 3, 4, 5 all through the year. And when we now consume those things, it comes to our body. This is where we have problem, cancer, diabetes, even infertility. Yeah, are you getting me? They are all traced to all those things. And many people, they go to market. Or not, they say, I bought fresh vegetable. But how fresh and how natural is your vegetable?
Oh my God.
I have one video because I have a platform where I broadcast every day. Yesterday, we share a video of how people gather a vegetable that has been harvested for some time, and there are some chemicals, and it don't become green again. Are you getting me? I become green again.
You know, when we get to the market, we want to see the big flowered, the looking flourishing, looking flourished and, beautiful, vegetables. Those are the ones we want to buy from the market.
Yes.
So you are saying that these ones could be detrimental to our health.
In the long run. Because when you are consuming them gradually, the residue is in the body. Are you getting me? Why do you now see young people today outside looking so plumpy, and they think it's an enjoyment? It's not. The long-term effect is there, because when you are fat, when you are obese, you're going to be having problem. You are having heart problem. you are going to be going to be having high blood pressure, and you are at the risk of cholesterol. You are also at the risk of what? Of diabetes. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So of what benefit is those food now if it's giving you all that kind of concern? You see what I'm saying now? So our food is meant to be eaten as a medicine. When you eat your food as a medicine, then you eat right. You live right.
Now tell me, those of us that we live in the metropolis, we might not have access to all of this natural food in their natural state, just like you have been saying since we started this interview with you. What do you think we can do? Because now I go to the market. I live in an estate. I go to the market. The kind of vegetable I will see in the estate is different from the kind of vegetable I would see maybe in some local places and all of that. So in situations like, and I'm trying to, eat healthy, live healthy, and do, what would you advise? Would you just say, okay, if that's, okay, things like vegetable, go off vegetable and all of that, what would you advise?
Fine. But let me tell you, even in Europe, when you enter groceries, they will tell you this one is organic, this one is inorganic. There are places you can buy organic foods. There are places you can buy. One day I sent one of my staff to go and collect a kind of vegetable from the farm, and the farm is being run by somebody who is only grown organic this thing. So she went there for the first time, and when she said, "Yeah, Ezra," I said, "Yes." She said, "Why should you be spending so much money?" She said, "This thing we can buy for nothing less than 10% of the value you are buying that one." I said, "No, that one will not do what this one can do." Mm-hmm. They look alike, but they are not the same thing. There are places you can buy organic food. Year back, I formed something we call it G129 food. That's Genesis chapter 1 verse 29 I have just mentioned. Yes, under G129 food is only organic foods. Are you getting me? It's only organic. And through herbs, do you know that even your tea was meant to be herbal? Are you getting me? That you take it does some things in your body. Now, what kind of tea do you take? Are you getting me? You need to check all those things. Now, if these things are not important, let me just ask you a question. Why that today, all over the world, all the pharmaceutical companies that matters, why are they now producing herbal products?
I was going there.
Herbal toothpaste, herbal this, herbal that. Though, even at their level of herbal, it is still synthetic. But the name herbal is there to cajole and gather people because they know that is where the essence lies.
Now we have some drugs, most especially a lot of foreign drugs that have been, checked and they have been checked and put out there that yes, these drugs are okay for consumption, and a lot of processes have gone through it, and they say they are herbal in such a way that they could be tablets. But you see them saying maybe 100% herbal supplements and all of that.
When they come from outside the country,
yes,
they call them supplements.
Yes.
And the thing is this, outside there, if you go to America, they don't allow their supplement to pass through what we call NAFDAC here. They don't pass through FDA, Federal Drug Authority. That's what we call half of NAFDAC here. They have a special authority that regulates them. Are you getting me? It's not as difficult as the one the FDA will do. The processes are easier and all the rest. And that is the thing.
But that's for in places like the UK, the processes are very, very rigorous, because I know of a particular product. It is when I don't want to call the name of brands here, but let's talk about yam. Yam is so important. We have powdered a form of yam that when we don't want these days, we don't want to eat. We don't want to pound, so we do the powdered yam and all of that. So we have a lot of brands. I know that some brands went under scrutiny, and it was discovered that there was no form of yam in the powder, and it was banned. And over the time, they did some rectification and all of that before it was accepted. Where am I going? I'm going to the point that, like, countries like in the UK, their process of regulation is so strict and tight. So, would you say that those drugs that they call the supplements and herbal whatever maybe put into tablets and capsules to make it convenient for maybe easy, let me use the word
Easily
easy.
accessible.
Yes, and easily ingested for us. Would you say it's totally out of the way?
No.
Okay.
They are not totally out of the way.
Okay.
And we have a lot of herbal products here in Nigeria. Are you getting me? A lot. And have been registered by NAFDAC. And people are buying.
Regulated. Okay,
Yes,
registered by NAFDAC.
they're
Okay.
regulated. But let me tell you, the potency of any medication does not lie in the registration. It is registered that it's good for human consumption. Are you getting me? So that is why you might take some, it can work for you, it might not work for you. Are you getting what I'm saying now? But what I'm saying is this. When you come to this place, in this Africa, this is where we have the raw herbs that are best for what they call supplement, the one they bring from outside the country. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Fine. There is a product outside there. Discovered somebody was going to one barber somewhere. If you go to that barber with somebody who is as lean as a stick,
Okay.
and in 3 months the person will gain weight. And this man went and said, "Baba, this thing that you are giving me to people that have been drinking, can I know it?" He got to know about it. The barber taught him, and he registered that product because he's educated, and bring out the product and registered. And today in Nigeria, the product is making waves. Are you getting me? It's a herbal product.
All right.
Are you getting me?